Ahoy Medios, it's March 1st, 2026, 4:13 a.m. Pirate Time. Welcome to Rogue Mother Rising. We just got back from the coast, and on the drive home I kept thinking about a poem that's been around since my kids were very little. The poem about expecting to go to Paris but ending up in Holland. So I wrote an update, because there's one part of the story that nobody talks about. This is what happens after your child becomes an adult. When my child was born, I was told I'm going to Paris. I imagined bright streets, open doors, milestones arriving like postcards in the mail. But when the plane landed, they smiled gently and said, "You're not in Paris. You're in Holland. Different, unexpected, but still beautiful." They showed me windmills. They handed me tulips. They told me everything would be okay. And for a while, I believed them. Holland was harder, but it had structure. There were schools, therapies, meetings, plans. There were systems with names, professionals with answers. I learned the language. I learned the acronyms. I learned how to sit at tables and not flinch. They said, "This is your new country." And I made it a home. The day my son turned 18, the policy changed. Language shifted, authority shifted, meetings shifted, but I didn't understand what that meant. Not really. Not yet. It wasn't until he was 40 that I felt it. I saw it. I realized Holland has a border, and I had crossed it without knowing. The question was no longer, what does mom think? It became, he's an adult. And just like that, the map disappeared, and I was not in Holland anymore. I was in no man's land, and my son, still vulnerable, still trusting, still needing protection, was declared independent by policy. No clear authority, no clear protection, no clear place to stand. And me, still vigilant, still responsible in my bones, was told, quiet down. They said autonomy. I said safety. They said rights. I said protection. And somewhere between those words, we drifted. There are no brochures here, no windmills, no gentle reassurances, just open terrain where nothing I say carries the weight it once did. My son did not become less vulnerable because a calendar page turned. And I did not become less aware because the law declared adulthood. So tell me, what kind of vacation is this? Paris was the expectation. Holland was the adjustment. This is standing watch without a title, loving fiercely without authority, knowing exactly where the reefs are but being told, you cannot touch the wheel. This is the part no one prepares you for. Not the baby years, not the school years, the adult years, where independence is assumed, where oversight thins, where a mother's voice must fight, not to control, but to be heard. I wanted Paris. I learned to live in Holland, but I refused to disappear into no man's land. My son still deserves a safe harbor, and if the system forgot how to build one, I will. If the map says independent, but the waters say vulnerable, I will trust the waters. If they redraw the borders without asking the mothers who have been sailing them for decades, I'll redraw them back. I'm not here to sink quietly. I'm here to sail, to chart, to repair, to expose the reefs below the surface. And if that makes waves, good. Because the tide goes out and the tide comes in, but I am still at the helm. And I will be till I die. My son is my responsibility till the day he dies or I die. That's the rule. That's the paper I signed when God gave him to me. So there you are. Thank you for going on my sail with me, and I'll see you on the next voyage. Ahoy, Medios.